Hey everybody, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. Turn this down so I can't hear myself, but I can see y'all and see your comments. Yes, indeed. Up, see Brenda Lloyd. Just got off the phone with Miss Brenda Lloyd. Hello, Miss Brenda Lloyd. And Michelle and Atala and Adriana. Hey everybody. We'll give everybody a few minutes to get on here. Yes, indeed. Again, hey, look, I want you guys to get this book. You need to get this book. My girl, Rachel Hollis. I'm telling you, girl, wash your face. Every one of you are in this book, including myself. Every one of you. Okay. So you need to do it. Hello, Lee Bev. How are you? So girl, wash your face. Love it. Boy, talk about giving you a new outlook on stuff and everything you were thinking. She talks about it. Just saying, she talks about it. Hi, Julie Paulson. How are you? And Stephanie is on. And Sarah. Hello. And Amanda. Yes. So let me just say why people are coming on. This is going to be the new live streams. This is going to be how we're going to do my Friday night videos from now on. Yes, I will still put them on YouTube, but we will be doing, well, not, the calls are gone where we have phased those out. So don't try to get on the call side because it's not existent anymore. And Lee and I are changing up a lot of things. As we grow, we have to do things a little bit differently. Look at my hair. Oh, crazy. Okay. I'm going to scroll. That has not changed. Okay. That has not changed. So everybody is getting ready for Thanksgiving, which is great. So much to be thankful for. Hi, Linda Church. Hi, Jake. How are you? And Laura and Casey and Dawn is sneaking in here. I see Jen. Yes. And so people are coming on. Now, you know that we are going to be talking about moving on, life, business, the whole 9 yards. If you are watching this live, hey, that's great. Then make sure that you are sharing this. Maybe you have a group that you belong to that you think could benefit this. Maybe you put this on your homepage, and maybe that could do something, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I know somebody who needs to hear this. Because when I talk, it's not all about business. I'm a firm believer that life and business go hand in hand, and what we develop in our personal life, we need to develop in our business life too. Our families, our friends, our jobs, everything affects everything, like it or not. It's how it is. Hi, Kathleen. How are you? Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Hope. So feel free to share it. And for everybody who shares it, now be clear, you got to share it from the Onward with Molly Inspiration for Life page, because it's the only place I can track all the shares. I am going to be pulling for a View from the Top, Volume 2. So if you share it, you could be the winner. Yeah, you could be the winner in the next call of the View from the Top Volume 2 book that I will personally sign and autograph for you. There are many, many other authors in this book, whether you are in Living Life or whether you are in direct sales, whether you're in my company, Avon, wherever you are, you can benefit from this. So if you share this and you share it from my Onward with it and put you in the drawing, and then I will announce in 2 weeks we won't be having a call because we're off in December. But I will put the winner, I will announce the winner in 2 weeks and put it on my page. So that will be a good thing for you. Okay. Hi, Fran. How are you? Andrea, how are you, my friend? Kind words. Thank you for your kind act, Andrea. It was really, really cool of you to do that. I have it right here in front of me. It's not lost yet. See what I got for my buddy, Andrea? Look at that. Like a boss. That's what we do. So Mama Pat's on here. Everybody make sure you say hi to Mama Pat Putzer, superstar in Avon. Yes, woman of enterprise, just everything that there can be. She has been in this business. Definitely one of my mentors in life. Janae is on here. Hello, Janae. Hello, Nita. How are you? So let's jump into this. Okay, let's jump into this because I got to get to work after this. So I want to talk, and you guys know that when I talk, if this is your first time listening to me, you might leave this conversation not liking me very much. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. You're not watching this so that you will like me. Okay, and I'm not having you watch this so that you will like me. I don't even like a lot of what I say because there's truth in it. And when it hits you between the eyes, you're like, oh my gosh. It's the last thing that you want to see. Nobody wants to see things that should be corrected in their life, whether it's in their business, their personal life, their relationships, maybe their job relationships. And the story is, this is about self-improvement. This is about being a better you every single day, every single day. And if you're not striving for that, you're just existing. And I personally don't believe that we were put here just to exist. I really don't. I think that we were put here to make a difference in our own lives. Hi, Melody. How are you? Make a difference in other people's lives, whether that's through your business, whether that's through what you do for your job, whether that's through your children, whether that's, being a better spouse, being a better friend, whatever it is. But sometimes we get stuck. And even though we don't like where we're stuck at, it's comfortable. I know, and hearing me say it probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but I think a lot of you know what I'm talking about. You don't like the situation you're in. You don't like the stuck feeling, but yet the thought of trying to get out of it makes you very uncomfortable because, oh, what are people going to think? Or, oh, what if I tell them I don't want to hear what you say? Or, oh, Molly, I'm scared. Well, fear is a part of life. If you're not scared, you're not working towards being better. That is the thing that I have learned above everything in my 55 years is that I have been scared more times than I have not been scared. But every time that I've had a fear because of something that I knew I needed to do, something I needed to leave behind, someone I needed to leave behind, a habit that I needed to leave behind, every time I knew I needed to, I would get that anxiety. Lord knows I needed calm pills, a spirit calm pills a long time ago, okay? I needed them a long time ago. Didn't have them, just had to get through that stuff myself. It's scary. I get it. Brenda and I were kind of talking about that just a little bit earlier. I talk to people on my team or some of my buddies, but especially girls on my team, because I'm hoping that it can help them too. Because, I want to know, am I crazy with what I'm feeling here? Or, do you feel this? Are you feeling the same thing? Have you been there type thing? And hi, Joanna. Joanna's on here. Mwah. Happy Thanksgiving, my friend. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Hi, Marlene. This is a real subject, and I want you to know that what you feel at this time, it's absolutely real. But the one thing that I've learned, especially in the last 15 years of my life, is that it's painful moving on. It's painful having to do things you are not comfortable doing. It is scary. It is scary as all get out. But it's necessary. It's necessary. I can remember, I can go back to, look, this also comes into play with people pleasing. You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to piss somebody off. You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. You don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. I'm scared they're not going to like me. I'm scared they're not going to support me. I'm scared that people are going to think I'm crazy, and I probably am for what I'm getting ready to do, but I'm scared. Being scared, being a people pleaser, being too comfortable, even when I was miserable, is what kept me in a marriage that I was drowning in for 17 years. I was the person who would concentrate on everything else that I could see some good in. I knew the marriage wasn't good. I knew I wasn't happy. I even knew he wasn't happy. He couldn't see it, but I could see it. And I found him trying to find his happiness in other areas, and me trying to pour everything into my kids and everything into my job and everything into my family and being there for everybody else, just hoping that there would be this major fulfillment in me. And then I would not have to make a change. I would not have to say, enough is enough. I need to stop this. Enough is enough. I need to move on. I need to jump. I heard Steve Harvey 3 years ago said, when you're tired of where you're at, you want to get somewhere better, you better jump. You don't know where you're going to land. You know where you want to be, and you may not land there, but you need to jump, because the people who jump are the people who make things happen. Because otherwise, you're just stagnating in the stuff that you don't like. You know, the people in your life who you think would be supportive. Many of you are new business owners somewhere, maybe direct sales, maybe you've started a new business venture, maybe you've gone back to school. Doesn't matter, your 50s, whatever. And you're like, I'm going to college. I'm going to get my degree. I'm going back. Something stopped me from getting what I wanted, and I'm going to go after it. And everybody around you goes, oh, you're doing what? Oh, you're going to be the youngest college student. Oh yeah. So you're going to do that. Really? What do you just want pain? Is that what it is? Like you don't have enough to do? Well, how do you think your family's not going to suffer from that? Or, when are you going to have time to be with me? Or what about everybody else? But if that's what you want, I get it. But I don't, because I don't understand. They don't have to understand. They don't have to get it. It's not their dream. It's not their goal. It's not their passion. It's not what they want. And when you start catering to other people, then you are suddenly that person who you're living for somebody else's dreams instead of living for your dreams. Stop that. I know you're going to get angry. Molly, stop it. You don't understand. I do need to be there for my kids. And I'm taking care of my parents. I'm taking care of I'm doing this. I'm doing that. It does. Okay, that's fine. There comes a time when you have to do that stuff. But you know what happens? Many of you always look for something to keep holding. You're looking for the next thing to hold you back. You are looking for the next thing that's going to stop you from jumping. You are looking for the next thing that's going to keep you from going after something that scares you. You are too scared that when you grab that ball and you say, I'm going to do this. I am going to get this. I am going after this until I make it happen. And what happens? What happens? I'll tell you what happens. You are looking for the next thing. So you go, I got to put that on the back burner. Yeah, well, I was going to do it. I wanted to go for it, but you know what? I'm just going to have to wait. I'm going to have to wait till my kids are like 18, 21, 32. When they're 32, they can leave the house. It's going to be all right. you will stay stuck the rest of your life. The problem isn't them, the problem is you. See, it's real easy to blame everybody around you for their lack of support. And they're not supportive. Just own that. They are not supporting you in your dream. Whether you want to be a teacher, a nurse, maybe you do want to be in direct sales. Maybe you're like, you know what? I want to go learn how to drive trucks. I want to go drive trucks for a living. I want to be a woman truck driver. I want to see the U.S. and I think that's the way I get it done. And people are like, are you crazy? What do you mean you're going to go do this? I don't care. If that's what you want, then you need to make a plan and you need to go after it. If you got people telling you in your life that you can't or you shouldn't with something that you just see that you can taste it, you want it, and you let them talk you out of it, you need to let them go. When they make your journey about what they want for you, instead of supporting you in your journey and where you want to go, you got the wrong people in your corner. The wrong people in your corner. But I'm looking out for you. You my heart. I'm looking out for you. I don't want you to fail. Well, number one, the first person who tells you that they don't want you to fail, so they don't want you to go after something, they don't know what they're talking about to begin with, because you are going to fail on your journey. You are going to fall down in your journey. You are going to not get there with ease. Anything worth going after, no matter what it is going to be work, and it's going to be hard, and you're going to make mistakes, and you are going to be scared, and you are going to want to quit. And if you don't, it's not hard enough. But when you don't have people who are having your back and saying, you know what, I don't know how you're going to do it, but I want you to know I'm here for you. I am so proud of you for going after something that even I can't see how you're going to do it. But this is what I believe. If anybody can do it, you can. That's support. Sometimes people just don't see it. And what gets me is, instead of you going and finding people to support you that do get what you're going to do, that say, go girl, go. You keep going back to those people that you want to support you. You keep going back to those people for their approval. You keep stepping on back to those people. You want them to tell you. You want them to tell you that that you're going to do it. It just doesn't always work that way. And by the way, it is that way more than it is with those people supporting you. See, when you change, when you evolve, when you start becoming somebody different than what they've always seen, you scare them. Because here they were all comfortable. They didn't want nothing else for their life. They were all right. And there's nothing wrong with them being all right in their life. But you're not. And they are okay with your life, because if you do something different, you are turning over the apple cart. You are changing the structure of what they are used to. I created a whole hoopla of stuff when I decided to divorce my first husband. I mean, look, people like were there. They helped me. But let me be honest. When the dust started to settle, I could not stay the same person when I chose to make that decision. When I decided I was not going to do that anymore, I could not be the person I was when I was there. I had to figure out what was going to be my plan. How was I going to make this work? Where was I going to get the money to survive? Suddenly, it became real to me that I was going to have more than one job to make this work. Now, I was scared. I was petrified. I was scared to tears. But had I not made that leap, I would have never found my company. If I had not jumped and did that, you would not be here tonight saying, Molly, share something with me that I can use in my life. Bring me something that I need to hear before Thanksgiving because I'm going to kill somebody and I need something, Molly. I left that situation and I was put in a position where I was going to have to jump and I was going to have to do things that I had never done before. I was going to have to do things that I never really thought were going to be possible. I was going to have to do things with people nipping behind my back, going, oh, hi, girl, how you doing? And then talking about me behind my back. I don't know why she made that move. It's the stupidest decision I ever heard. She left her house. She's got debt, bill collectors after her all the time. I don't know what she was thinking. Well, I was thinking I wasn't happy, and there just had to be something better than unhappy. And it was time to move on. Now, when the journey of moving on happens, rarely is it easy. But it led me to my business. It led me to a tribe of thousands upon 10,000s of men and women who got it, who see this every day, who somewhere in their life, they wanted to jump. They want to jump right now. But they just didn't know where they didn't know how that worked, how this was going to work for them. How are they going to have the kids? How are they going to get these bill collectors off of them? That job that you hate. Your boss doesn't respect you. It is a cesspool of gossip hounds and people backstabbing. And the pay is okay, and it's not too far from home, and it works, but you're so miserable when you're there. You really would like something better, but starting at the bottom of the totem pole somewhere else, man, I don't know. But you're so unhappy. You know that you need to move on. But if you don't jump, if you just talk about it, then you might as well decide that you're just going to sit there and take it. Well, it's not that bad, Molly. It's not that bad, but you're always unhappy. It's not that bad, but you're always talking about how you hate your job. And yet there are opportunities out there for you, for other jobs, for if don't like the hospital you're at, another hospital to go to work at. If there's, it's not the only lawyer in town that you can work for. And then there's people who are in my business. I didn't know it was going to be this hard. I didn't know I was going to have to get my own customers. Really? I thought everybody I knew would buy from me and then some. I thought that when people found out what I was doing, they would all want to join my team. Really? It just has to be the company. It couldn't be anything about me. Like that whiny ass attitude you got right there. That it's always everybody else. It amazes me. I have the same conversation with so many people in our company and even other companies. I don't have the right people on my team. Then get new people. Then let those people do what they're doing and get new people. There's a thought. Get out of your 10-mile zone. Go further. And let go of the fear and jump. Don't sit there and tell me what you want and think that just because you want it, it's supposed to be easy. People who want to move up in their job, people who just move up increments, whether it's government or whatever it is that they're doing, they go up the next grade. Do you know that 80% of those people hate their job? They're only in it for the paycheck. I'm not judging, because if you can do that for 8, 10, 12 hours, get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and go to work and then fight that traffic on the way home till 7:30 at night, you go. You go, boy. You go, girl. You do it. But what I have figured out is if you quit looking for something different, there is more out there than just where you're at. And guess what? You can do more than one thing. I mean, people say, I don't feel like I'm making a difference. And yet there are soup kitchens that needed to be manned. There are volunteer positions everywhere where people need help. Domestic abuse is a major factor in this country and all over the world. And we talk, even us, my company, we talk about what we want to do for this cause, but yet us as representatives in this company keep waiting for our company to do something when we are a person and we should be out there doing something about it, giving back, jumping, moving on, helping the calls, man the phones, help other people. And when you help other people get what they want, what happens? Eventually you're going to get what you want. But see, you won't move on. Well, my husband got a little upset with me because he says, I'm not showing him enough attention. Buy him a teddy bear or something. Seriously. I mean, come on. Is he watching his football on Sunday? I bet you don't bother him when he's doing that. It is okay for you women to have something that you want to call your own. You give everything to your kids. You give everything to your husbands. You do what you can do. And that is a part of us that we are supposed to do. But do you realize that if you do not fill up your own cup, if you do not do something that brings you joy, if something that keeps you in the throes of keeping you fresh, keeping you wanting to do, that if you keep pouring out of that cup and you are never pouring into that cup, you are going to die of spiritual dehydration, emotional dehydration, mental dehydration. You are going to have nothing to give those people that you say you care so much about. Because there's nothing for you. You don't take anything for you. Now, when I started my Avon business, I didn't really see it at first, just something that was mine. It was way to make money right now, quick money. Find me some customers, show them the product, they gonna buy it, make me some money. And then I can remember when Lee just wanted to know how he could help me, or he wanted to understand the business. And I realized that so much of my life had been about everybody else, that I had no clue who I was. I had never, even my kids were not my own. I had to share them. And I remember not wanting to share with him. I basically, it was like, back off. This is my baby. Because Avon was the only thing that I could completely grab and say, this is mine. Everything in my life that I had done up to the point that my mom had died was about taking care of everyone else, taking care of my kids, taking care of our yard, working a job, making sure the money was there, trying to make the husband happy, trying to make the boss happy, trying to make the family happy, trying when the family was arguing, bringing them together and saying, come on, we need to stop this, having the family gatherings, having the parties, having this, having that. Everything was about everybody else. And that became the mojo that I was known for. And you want to know the truth? It wasn't their fault. It was my fault. That is the identity that I thought I was only good for, that I was not good for anything unless I was doing for everybody else. That I was not, if I even thought about doing something for me, that was not a good thought. That sucks, people. That sucks to think that your worthiness to other people stops when you are not doing for them. And that is when you need to move on. Because when it is all about them, you are going to drown. You are never going to give yourself a chance to learn who you are, who you could be, and God knows who you were meant to be. If there is anything that you are passionate about, and I don't care how ridiculous that everybody else thinks it is, or maybe you don't even want to share it because everybody makes fun. Oh, when you go to the family gatherings, I hear reps say this all the time. Oh yeah. Oh, well, you got your Avon brochures with you. We know she goes nowhere without them. Watch out. She's going to spray you with perfume. Hey, here comes ding dong. Here comes the Avon lady. You know what? Those people are scared to death that you're going to be successful. No matter what it is, whether you are unique and you are watching this, or you are limelight and you are watching this, or you are paparazzi. I don't care who you are. Whatever your deal is, whatever you're trying to do. Maybe you're trying to start up a tree cutting service. Maybe you're trying to start up a DJ service. Maybe you are trying to, maybe you want to do a printing business. Maybe you want to draw. Maybe you want to do art. Maybe you want to do woodwork and cabinetry. But okay, you're not going to ever make a living at that. You have got so much negative. You're so used to hearing it that you just take it. You really need to take a deep breath. But then you need to exhale. And I know how uncomfortable it is to suddenly put yourself in the front, because it's the most uncomfortable place I have ever been in the last few months of my life. Deciding that I was going to make a move to take care of me and Lee and build our lives together. And say, it's time. I'm scared. I got to get some debt paid down. I gotta make some plans. We got to know what we're doing. But I need to do this. I need to do this for me, for my sanity. Been taking care of people forever. I really, really, really want to do this. I really want to go after a different life. And it's scary. But what's even scarier is the crickets of lack of support. What's even scarier is the fact is that I'm changing my direction from what I've always done, because my cup was getting empty and I need to fill it back up. And it's it, you know why? Because I've been so good at running on empty. I'm just so good at being everywhere everybody wants me to be. And yet somewhere inside me, you know how the Grinch had a really small heart, right? Suddenly there's a light inside of me that says, it's going to be all right. You need to just keep moving. Just keep moving on. Those who don't get it will eventually get it. And if they don't, it's okay. If your heart has a peace about what you want, go after it like you did your business, Holly. Go after it. You have had your turn at taking care of the world. Let the world take care of itself. I'm not alone here. I talk to many of you. I see the stress when I do talk to you. I see you trying to promote yourself, that you're just so happy being in this craziness that you want to move forward with something in your life, whether it be your business or whatever it may be. And you're so scared to jump because you think everything that seems supportive is not going to be there for you anymore. The truth of the matter is, support doesn't come when it's just good for other people. Support of somebody comes when they see that you want something, that you're going after something, and they take their eyes off themselves and they put their eyes on you and they say, go, baby, go. And we are here. We are here for you. And if you've got one person, two people, three people, if you've got a handful of people, if you've got a small tribe who is, when nobody else that you want to is doing it, and you can grab that, and you know they do, you let them surround you with that force field of support, and you go after it. Because God meant you for something greater than you're doing right now. And whatever you believe in, God, whatever it is, you were not put on this earth just to be indebted and a slave to everything else in your life. No matter if you've done it your whole life, it doesn't matter. You deserve to go after something that you won't. But if you don't jump, if you don't take the position to move on and keep at it. How about this? Let's talk about this for a second. So something that you want, your direction, the path starts to get rocky. It appears that, is this a sign? Is this a sign that maybe I shouldn't be doing this? Does this mean that I should be turning around and going back and not going after my dream? I know I really want to make that title in my business. I really want to do this. But you know what? I'm struggling right now. And is this a sign that I shouldn't? And then suddenly the people who want you where they want you go, it could be a sign. I mean, I'm not here to tell you that, but you know, did you ever think that it shouldn't be this hard? Did you ever think that just maybe it was okay where you were? We're still here. No. Fall for that. No. If you think that a struggle on your path is trying to tell you to turn around and go back to stagnating, I don't know where you read that, but you need to get away from that book, okay? I don't know what person is mentoring you and they're telling you that. You need to get away from that. That is not a sign. That is a sign to see how tough are you. Are you going to get back up? It's not that you have struggles on your path. Your path is the struggles, people. Your path are the struggles. Nobody promised you that it was going to be slippery slides on down and here's some cake and ice cream and lollipops for you at the end. Nobody promised you that. They didn't promise me that, that's for sure. And I'm a nice person, really. So they would have promised me that if they were going to promise anybody. Do not take a struggle as I'm just not meant for this. And look, I've done it. Do you know why I can say this to you? I was just there 3 nights ago. I said, I just don't know if I can. I'm starting to think, maybe this stuff, maybe I'm just not as good at this as I'd like to think. I obviously am not motivating or inspiring enough to get people to do what they should. And then I realized it's not up to me to motivate you to do what you should. You obviously don't want it, or you'd be doing it. I may be here to walk the journey with you, to say, yes, you can, but I am not here to just, I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you and go, oh, baby, it's going to be okay that you didn't do what you were supposed to be doing. Just don't do it no more. It'll come together for you. No. If you don't want to, don't. If it's too uncomfortable for you to jump, don't. If you don't want to move on to the next level, don't. If you don't want to be better than you are today, if you think you're meant to be just where you're at right now and you're not, then I don't even know why you're watching me, for starters. Maybe I'm just a little entertaining or something. I don't know. Maybe it's the big hair. I don't know. But seriously, I may be full of inspiration and motivation, and maybe this example that you're like, oh my gosh, but Molly did X, Y, and Z in her story. And if she can, I can. That's fine. But it doesn't matter if you say, if she can, I can. If you don't, if you won't, it's never going to happen. It's not going to work for you just because you said Molly's getting through it. Molly's getting through it, but it's damn hard. I am a people pleaser by nature. It is difficult to feel shut out from people that they're supposed to love you. When you feel like you're disappointing them because you make a decision that maybe is not going to be the popular vote. And it makes me want to go within myself and think, what's wrong with me? Because that's the old me saying, the job is to make sure everybody else is happy and they're okay. And if that means sacrificing you, then you need to do that, Molly. I'm not that far gone. I'm sorry. There are nights I might cry myself to sleep. There are nights I might wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning because I can't sleep because I'm thinking about it, and I just think that I'm through and I'm going to be all right. And then something hits me and I'm not, but I got to tell you something. I am still standing. And there is nothing wrong with knowing that you need to move on, and it is epic to your survival as a person. It is an epic decision that you say, if I don't have something that makes my heart pitter-patter harder, if I don't have something where I can make a difference in people's lives, if I can't get somewhere where I know for me that I thrive on helping other people who want to help themselves, if I'm not in that place, you might as well just slit my throat, because it took me a long time to find my passion in life. And I used to call it Avon, but it's not Avon. Avon is the vehicle that pays my bills. But I realized in the midst of everything I was going through that I was not alone, and I had a tribe out there who were too scared to talk about at the time that they were dealing with the same thing or worse or close to it. And in the process, as we've come together, we have become better We have started filling our own cups up so that then we will have more to give to the people that we do love. That then may expand out and we can do more with volunteering. That we can show other people how they can be happy even when it doesn't make other people happy. Sometimes it's not just relationships or jobs that you have to move on from, because in all honesty, it starts here with you. It starts here with me. Just because you've thought a certain way all your life does not mean that you have to continue thinking that way. And if you change the way you talk, and you change the way you think, and you change the way you perform, and you change the way you listen, and you change the way you act, it will eventually become your new habit. And oh yes, you will want to backslide. You will want to go back to what's comfortable. Never be. It's like somebody telling you if you gave up potato chips that you'll never want another potato chip again. Do not fall for that. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. You will. I'm telling you. Must know that it starts at home with you. Your kids aren't going to like the fact that you say, hold up, Mama, this is Mama's night. Mama's got an hour. Mama's got, she's got to do this. This is something Mama's doing for her business. This is something Mama's doing. I don't care if it's that bath that you get once a week, soaking in the bathtub with candles, with something. By the way, Avon got some great candles. Just saying, great candles. And in the beginning of the year, we're going to have some awesome bath bombs coming. So if you're watching and you need it, you need to contact one of your, you just need to contact your representative. Maybe you need that once a week and you say, no, hubby, I'm sorry. Every other day, this time is for you and the kids. But this hour right here, it's a new day. It's a new year. This hour is about me. You need to keep them away from this bathroom door. And maybe you're going to start with once a month. But you take that hour and you own every minute of it, because it will help fill your cup back up, that you have even given yourself a bath with candles, with bath bombs from Avon. Just saying. And when you start doing things like that, you don't understand that eventually you're going to feel like you are absolutely freaking worth it. You are worth it. And then before you know it, your mind may even say, man, you know what? Here's something I want to do. I'm going to move on and I'm going to do it. Mama going to take some more time. Where's Grandma at so I can get Grandma, Aunt Janie, Uncle Buck, somebody to maybe not Uncle Buck. We all saw that movie. But you need somebody to babysit, and you need to take some time for you. You have to move on from the old mindset, the old talk to yourself. You gotta believe that there is more for you. There is more meant for you than what's in this moment. And if you don't act on it and grab it or walk down the path to go towards it, it is never going to happen. Do you know how I know that? For 17 years in my first marriage, and by the way, he wasn't this horrible guy. Don't misunderstand. This wasn't, this wasn't one of those situations, okay? I did everything I thought I needed to do to make it work, to make him happy, to make sure the kids were happy, to keep the kids quiet, to make sure that he was happy, to do anything I could. And for 17 years, I believed that the problem was really me, that I couldn't make them happy. When somebody isn't doing something like taking care of themselves, no matter what you do, you feel like it's you, that you're not important enough, that, You're not taking care of yourself. Don't you care about your grandkids? Don't you care about your family? Don't you want to do it for your family? And I have figured out a long time ago, people don't want to do it for themselves. If they don't want to be a happier person themselves, I couldn't make him happy. And for 17 years, I tried. I tried. I couldn't even see that I wasn't happy, because all I cared about is that everybody around me was happy, that everybody around me was taken care of, that everything was in its place, that everything was done. And you know what? I didn't even have to think about whether I was happy, because I was just too busy trying to make sure everybody else was happy. I know many of you, some of you have probably cut this off because you're like, no, I don't need to hear this. I don't need to hear this. Or you're like, she doesn't know what she's talking about. She has no clue what my life. She doesn't understand what my husband does. What I know is a relationship takes two. And I know that no matter how much one person gives, if the other person isn't giving too, and you're not both nurturing it, I know that it's not going to work. Do you know how I know that? Because I have a marriage now that does work. And I nurture the marriage, and he nurtures the marriage, and when I am at my lowest, he's trying to raise me up. And when he's low about something or pissed about something, I'm trying to help him through it. And this is what it's about. It is about having your own personal tribe there. But see, it could be your fault in a sense, because if that's what you've got them used to, that you're going to be that person who makes everything okay, and then you change it, or you're like, no, we got to do something. Family meeting. We got to change some stuff here. Family freaking meeting. Mama not happy. Now, I always heard, well, mama ain't happy, nobody's happy. But I got to tell you, I never knew if I was happy. See, my happiness came from watching everybody else happy. And I got to tell you, really, that's a crock of crap. I just got to tell you it is. Even eventually that gets old. It took me a lot of years, but it gets old. People in your life will be at their happiest when your cup is full and something you're doing is making something you want. And it can be for the simplest thing like that bath, to just having a glass of wine, sitting on your bed, feeling numb, watching that show that you're really not watching, going for a walk and not having the kids pull on you, but somebody who cares enough that they want to see you get that happiness, that moment. But if you don't claim it as something that you want, that you need, that means something to you, that could help you be a better person, be a better mom, be a better wife, be a better son, a better daughter, a better brother, sister, make you better all the way around. If you've got something that you are claiming that can be yours, but when you're holding on to everything that's weighing you down, and you're doing the same actions and you're getting the same results, and you act the same way with those people, and you do the same thing, and you run your business the same way, and you never change a daggone thing, and you feel yourself going down for the last time, and all you want to say to get out of it is, this just isn't working. No, you're not working. It starts with you. Quit trying to fix everybody else and fix you. They will follow or not. And if they don't follow and see that they should do better, then sometimes it's time to move on. You deserve to have somebody's support in your life, with your life decisions, with your business decisions, all the way around. You deserve, and especially if you've always been that supportive person. If you've always been, whatever you want, I'm here. If that's the path you think you should go, I'm here. We're going to make sure that happens. If you're that person for everybody, but the moment there's something you want that will shift everybody's world a little bit, and they're like, no, we can't let her do that. Let's all get together. family powwow here. We can't let her do that because then she ain't going to be where we need her to be to do what she always does because, yeah. You're going to shake it up. They're not going to like it at first. But how happy are you not being happy? That discontentment, aren't you tired of it? I want to do X, Y, and Z. I'm scared. Why? Because you're scared of no? I really want to get here, but you know what? I can't go out and talk to people. Then you might as well stay where you're at. Well, I really worked that business hard last month. I really did. Well, that's great, but that's over. That's over. That's done with. What are you doing right now? Where's your consistency? You were happy when you did that. You know, when people are doing stuff that makes them happy and they're showing progress, they're so happy. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Look where I'm at. I just titled. This is awesome. But then here comes a struggle. And instead of owning the struggle or what you did or didn't do, or where you fell off the wagon, or where the wagon rolled over you, one or the other, instead of just owning it and saying, okay, that's it. Got to get back up. This happened. I'm owning it. Time to get back to it. No. You would rather sit there and just cry in your beer, your milk, your wine, your shot of tequila, your shot of Fireball, whatever it is that you would rather do that, or just say, I'm just not going to address it. Let's pretend like that didn't just happen. Let's pretend like I didn't just let my family, friends, and everybody hold me back from what I wanted. Let's pretend like I didn't let that happen just so I feel accepted today. Let's pretend like I did not just go back to that person everybody wanted in the name of it's kind of lonely going after something that I really, really want. Well, if you don't think you're worth it, if you don't change that mindset, forget it. Forget it. You better own that you're worth it. You better know you are. And if you got people around you who don't think that you deserve it, the tribe around you is not who you need. Fix yourself and the rest will follow. Now, you notice I didn't say it's going to be easy. I said it will follow. Because see, when you start being happier with what you do amidst the conflict, you just keep pushing because you're like, I feel it. It's what I want. I want to go back to school. I want to do this. I want to move out of this apartment. I don't like where this is at. I want my kids in a better area so that they're in better schools. I want to be able to homeschool. I want to be able to do this. I want to cut my hours back. I want my husband to be able to retire. And you know there's something you can do to make that happen so that you can move on to a better place. Let's talk about it, Lee. To move on to a better place. You know there's something you can do, and you are letting fear and undecisiveness and opinions and everything get in your way. You're just stuck. You're just stuck. I don't want you to stay stuck. And it took me a long time, at least a while right now, to realize that I was starting to feel stuck, and I didn't want to feel that way any longer. Now, I know many of you, if you're not feeling this way, you know somebody. And again, if you believe that this message right here can help somebody, you need to share it. You need to share it. Again, you're never going to get all business with me. You're never going to get all life with me, but you're always going to get a mixture of something that I have been through, that I'm going through. And I'm here to tell you, in the 15 years or less that I've known most of you, it just hasn't stopped coming. Always a new challenge for me to embrace or run from. And I am guilty of running from it. I am guilty of saying, oh, hell to the no. I am not dealing with that today. No, not today, Satan. Not today. You know, I can be that person too. I can run like a scaredy cat just like the rest of you. You should see me. You think this big body can't run? You should see it when I don't want to confront something. I do not like confrontation. To this day, I do not like confrontation. And I can haul me way quickly in some confrontation. But I'm learning to be better. I am learning. And you have to know this is a process. You're not going to get it all right like that. The journey is not getting it all right like that. The journey continuing to try to get it right. The journey is getting it wrong and going, dang, I got it wrong. Let me go back and try this again. Next time, I'm going to do it this way. That's the journey. The journey is so you don't got to go back to that. And you're going to be better than you were the last time you messed it up. That's the journey. Okay? That's the journey. We are in this together. The struggle is real. It is the journey. Onward, no matter what. Not when you feel it, not when it's easy, not when, oops, I think I can. No, onward, no matter what. Onward with Molly, onward with Cheryl, onward with Floyd, onward with Lisa, onward with Teresa, onward with Ruth, onward with Julie. It's always onward, not onward with an excuse. Onward, no matter what. Know what you want and move on to it. Know what you want and leave behind what is trying to hold you back. Again, not today, Satan. Get away. It's not happening. I got my path. I'm going for it. That's what you got to do. So I hope that this speaks to you. I hope it doesn't just speak to you, that it makes you laugh. And I know some of it does, because I go back and watch it and go, oh my God, Molly, what was you doing? So I get it. But I hope it speaks to your mind. I hope it speaks to that consistent thought pattern that you have been thinking for years. And you have let somebody convince you that you are not worthy of anything else. And I hope that you figure out that you are absolutely worthy to have more. You are absolutely worthy to want more. You are absolutely worthy to obtain more and to work harder to get more. Do you think I like going out doing this big thing with Avon, this close to $2 million business, and going out doing a side hustle? There is something I want. I am out there Ubering part-time because there is something I want. And I want it so badly that I'm willing to, yes, slip another job again in to say there's something I want and I'm going to get it done no matter what. Because if it's meant to be, it's up to me. Lee and I are going to get it done together. He's had to take on more responsibility with the business. I am tired all the time. But you know what? I'm a happy tired. I'm a happy tired because every single week I am closer to the goal. Every single week I am getting it done. I am not going to lay down on the job until I reach the goal. And yes, there are things I'm going to have to give up. And yes, I might be living like a college student who ain't got no money these days. But it's okay because the end result is going to be something wonderful. And I am so thrilled to be going after something that I want for once in my life. That I just don't want to let go of the feeling. So if you have something like that, I want you to grab it. I want you to embrace it. I want you to write it down. I want you to remember every day that you're worthy of it. That you're worthy to be healthier. That you're worthier to be respected. That you're worthier not to let that person slap you and hit you emotionally and maybe physically. That you are worthy to not have this negativity in your life. And that it's better to be away from it. Yeah. Than to stay in the midst of it and never know what you are capable of in this life. Because we are all capable of so much more. But it's your dream. It's your goal. Quit taking on everybody's goals and grab yours and show people how you're going for your goal. And suddenly they may go, you know what? I'm just thinking I might be able to do that thing I want. Because when you fix yourself, the rest will follow, or it will move on. So I hope that makes sense. Of course, I won't be on here for Thanksgiving. And you guys will see me on Facebook, of course, and Instagram. Hey, look, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. If you don't have an Instagram, what's wrong with you people? I know you're waiting for me to say it. But my Instagram is onward_with_ Molly. You need to hook up with me, okay? We have fun there. We laugh. We are inspirational. We talk about business. We talk about life. It's all good. I love Instagram because it's so freaking positive. I love it. It's just good. And again, I hope you're hooked up on my Onward with Molly Facebook page right now. But I hope you go like it, and I hope you also hit follow first, so that when I am putting something up about my journey and about what I think can help you, I hope that you will see that and you will apply that and you will share those things with somebody that you know who could need it and pay it forward, because that's what this is all about, isn't it? Isn't our life about paying it forward? Because when we do better, when we are better, we help others be the same. Okay? So have a great evening, you guys. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Eat lots of food, okay? I'm going to be fixing lots of food. And I will see you on social media very soon. Have a good night. Bye-bye.